What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Bowls Deep Fishing. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Today, I gotta start rigging out this Crescent light tackle here. I gotta figure out how to put all those accessories onto my light tackle here. Oh, gotta get ready for that 2021 season. It's creeping up on me real quick. Y'all want to say hey to my boys? Say hey, Grayson. Say hey. Oh, you didn't want to say hey? Say hey, Luke.
Hey.
Got my boys out here with me today, and we'll see what we can come up with, guys. So yeah, my goal for today is to get all my accessories, all my Railblazing Yak Gear accessories, rigged up onto the Crescent light tackle for a trial run to make sure, I like where all of them are sitting. I do have quite a bit of accessories, but I don't really use a lot of accessories, to say the least, to, compared to other kayak anglers. I kind of like to keep it simple and clean because I don't like a mess. Because the more stuff on my boat, the more stuff that's going to go wrong in a tournament. I've already discovered that. I've already found that out the hard way. And you know what? We're just going to go with it. So let me get everything situated, everything out. I got to try to find a track mount for up here. And then I'm going to just basically start attaching these Railblazing Yak Gear accessories, see what I can come up with, guys. So stay tuned. Let's do it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah. First things first, gotta remove the seat. Obviously, I've already put in the Yak Gadget Low Pro crate. I started using this about halfway through the 2020 season. Absolutely fell in love with it. I love how it's angled. It comes with 3 rod holders. I love the little front hatch, I guess you want to call it. It's just a little bag because it has a zipper on top of it. It comes off with bungee cords. I love how the shelves are angled in it, so it's easier to get your tackle. These are lure lock boxes, but I'm not using lure lock this year. I will be using Plano Edge. Just the Edge boxes have not came in yet. Still the holidays, so shipping's kind of slow, to say the least. It feels like that's been like that all of 2020, but you know what? We'll get through it together. All right, so first things first, I'm just going to get a bunch of my accessories and bring them over here and try to figure some stuff out here. Another trip. Whew. Should do me for now. All right, let's get down and dirty with it, guys. So the catch board, probably going to be getting a new one this year. They came out with an all aluminum one, so it's a little bit lighter. And I think that's what a lot of the tournaments are going to go to this year. So, but I'm going to use this for the time being. Like I said, I still got about 3-4 more weeks before my first tournament. So, first thing I'm going to attach is going to be my Yak Gear lip grips. These things are a necessity, guys. Definitely a necessity. I've had crazy fish after you pull them out of the water. They need something just to calm down. You can't even get a decent picture of it. So what I do is put them on my lip grips, cinch that bungee cord down, and then drop them into the water so they can calm down and relax a little bit before I put them on my catch board to take a picture. And I like to have these very, very accessible while on the kayak. So what I'm going to do is I usually like to have them tucked into my side, and I like to have one on each side. And what I do is I just created a little lanyard for it. It's just out of old Anchor Wizard line, and I've attached it with a carabiner. And I usually run those on the side of my seat to make it more easily accessible, and I'll attach them to the pad guide right here. We're gonna run with that for right now. Not really sure if I'm gonna keep them there or keep them on that pad eye, but for now that's how it's gonna run. I do have a Cal Coast. Oh, where did it go? I had a Cal Coast. There it is. Their version of, you know, lip grips, but not too fond of these. They're okay. I've had some issues where, you know, it has popped off, which is definitely going to happen everywhere. But I like it because it's a little bit more low key, and I can use this for other things as well. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one on this side as well. You know what? I'm actually going to attach it with the other one. I ran that on my Pursuit, both of them on the same side, and it worked out pretty darn good. So I'll attach that on the same side because I want to have at least one side for either a cup holder or for a Plano box for my terminal tackle. So that's definitely, so those two can go there. And again, guys, this is just a trial run. So basically what I'm doing, I'm just fiddling around right now, seeing how stuff is going to work, and I kind of just want to show y'all how I typically do it. So typically the way I do it is I'm doing what I'm doing now, and I'll throw some stuff on the boat, and then I'll basically turn around and I'll take it out to the lake and see if that's how I like to run it. I've changed this constantly, but usually after a few times out on the water or a few tournaments, I usually figure out, you know, where I want stuff all to go. So we won't get into the Camera Boom 600 yet. I am going to mount it actually on the back, on the tracks, so with a Yak Gear Starport HD. We'll get to that in a second. I want to go ahead and next thing I'm going to get is the Yak Gear Yak Sak, guys. This is a phenomenal product. I don't care what you say about it. This is a must-have on your kayak. I also have my Yak Gear brush grips into it, but we'll get to that in a second. But the Yak Gear Yak Sak is really, really cool. You can really attach it anywhere. You can attach it to your seat. You can attach it to your track system. It comes with T-bolts that you can attach it to a track system. But what I typically do is I attach this to the back of my seat or the front of my seat because it has a nice little zipper pouch on it as well. I usually keep my phone, keys, and wallet. It's a watertight bag. My boat registrations, my tourney tags, all that stuff usually goes in here. Easy accessible, keep stuff out of the way too. It has pouches on the front side and on the back side. I keep, again, my Yak Gear brush grips in here. These things are phenomenal, guys. It comes with already a string, and the string actually runs through the brush grip itself. So it creates, once the string is in there, it keeps a nice tight hold to it, and any tension on it will keep the Yak Gear, or not the Yak Gear, keep the brush grips tight. So the way the ropes ran through, you can see it's ran through the clip itself. So whenever it's cinched down and you're applying pressure to it, it's not gonna pull those arms apart to release where you're on. I use these a lot in the river. After I catch a fish, I'll usually go to the side, get in more calm water, and I attach this somewhere, cinch it down real tight so I'm not moving or I'm not losing my spot where I caught that last fish. So definitely another item definitely to look into. It's the Yak Gear brush grips. So that will most likely go on the back of my seat. So basically what I will do is I will probably attach it perfect right there. And what's cool about this is, like I said, you can mount this anywhere, but it comes with buckles. So what I usually do is I'll buckle it onto the back of the seat bars, just like that, so I can easily access it whichever way I'm going. Easily access the pouch. Really, really cool product. I absolutely love it. So let's get that out of the way. Moving on, again, guys, this is a quick little run through of how I'm putting everything on, and then I'll do a full walkthrough once everything is complete to show you how everything I laid out. Next, let's go ahead and get this Camera Boom 600 out of the way. I usually, like I said earlier, I usually like to run this over the shoulder or behind me, and it's on a pivoting arm so I can move it backwards and forwards. up and down too. So I usually like to have that on the left side of my tank well to get that good over the shoulder look, or over the shoulder shot. And what I'll do is I'll just attach it with a Starport HD straight to the track system. Oh man, I love these tracks on this Crescent. Woo, so easy. It's amazing how you can get a product or a track wrong. And they didn't go wrong on these tracks right here. These tracks are phenomenal. So basically what I'm going to do, I know this is kind of a tight spot over here, but basically I'm going to attach that right here, right into my Starport HD, and I'll bring the camera around over here. I've already did a video on this before, but I'll go ahead and show you. So right there, I put a Starport HD in the track system of the tank well on the Crescent Lite tackle, and I've attached my Camera Boom 600 straight to that. So what's really cool, it gets that over the shoulder shot, but it also able to move backwards and forwards, side to side, up and down. So you can really get that killer shot when you lip one of them big mamas. You know what I'm saying? Get that nice hook set shot. Yeah. Hook set shot, not hook set shot. Yeah. We'll just leave that there. All right, moving on. I'm going to hold off on the Anchor Wizard. I'm not sure how I want to do it. I'm either going to attach it to the track system right here, because I only use an Anchor Wizard for a kayak drag chain. That's all I do. So basically, and I know a lot of people use it for other anchoring methods, but I usually don't anchor a lot because I'm usually moving a lot. And I usually just run it with a drag chain off the back of the kayak. And I will do a separate video on that for the Crescent Lite tackle, because for one, I'm not sure how I want to mount it. I'm not sure if I'm going to mount it to the track or I'm going to mount it maybe right here. Not really sure yet. And then I'll run some pad eyes down my boat to keep the line together and run my drag chain off the back of my boat. So I'll do a separate video on that. Next thing I need to figure out is going to be my graph. Or actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and step into this right here. All right, guys. So right here is one of the best products Railblazer have came out with. This is their paddle holder, their taco paddle holder, okay? But what's really cool is they made it kind of a two-in-one product. So you got your taco paddle grip right here, but you also have a place where you can put another Starport HD in there, so you can basically, you know, to eliminate space taken up on the boat, you can have something that holds your paddle, but then also hold maybe your phone or, you know, really whatever you want to. So I'm actually going to attach this to the side track where I can easily access it for paddle storage. Slide it right into the tracks like so. And then I'll have that other Starport just open in case I need to move it, because that's what I usually do a lot. Is since Railblazer and Yak Gear products work together, I usually, you know, if I want to move my camera from the back Starport HD to another Starport, I can easily move it with just a click of a button. So that's really, really cool feature. I think I got another package coming, so stay tuned. So next, let's go ahead and figure out this graph situation. I will do a separate video of me melting the graph, but for today, I'm going to just pick out, where I'm going to put it. I usually like it to have it on the right side of me, but I'm also going to be switching. I'm not going to be running a Lowrance this year. I'm going to be running a Humminbird, but for the time being, I can just use this for the time being. But I also run it with a Railblazer Transducer Arm. So I like to keep the whole graph and everything centralized together with the Transducer Arm. So what I'm probably going to do is I'll run my Sideport HD. Actually, let's do a standard Starport HD first on the track system. So that's going to hold my graph. Actually, let's see if you can. Ooh, I hope it don't fall. There we go. This one's being a little booger. Oh, it's because I didn't drop it all the way down. Way to go, Josh. There we go. So let me flip it. If you notice, on the Starport HD itself, it has a locking system on it. I like to keep that locking system on the inside of the kayak. easier for me to click it, and then also I can always keep an eye on it throughout the day to make sure it is locked where it doesn't fall out. And I'm sorry if it's loud in here. My kids are going crazy. Tell you what, man, kids are just crazy. Kids are just crazy. That's a terrible shot right there. That sun's beaming in. I'll try to block it. All right, so like I said, I'm going to slide the regular Starport HD on first. Like so. I'm going to go and attach the back end to it. So that'll probably be right. Keep it loose for now, because then I'm going to slide on my side Starport HD. The reason for this is what holds my transducer arm. So your transducer arm is going to pull that back up. Basically, that transducer arm, when this is sitting sideways on the track, that transducer arm just slides right in and locks into place, and you're good to go. So I'm actually going to put that right behind the other Starport HD that's right here, because this is going to hold my graph and this will hold my transducer. I'm doing that for a reason, because I like to fish a lot of rivers and I don't take a graph or a transducer on the river. So this will make it very easily for me to take it on and off if I'm going to the river or going to the lake that day. And what's really cool also too is that I can keep these mounted onto the track itself and just with a click of a button just take the arm and the unit off. So that's going to come in real handy. Then I can slide that back together like so, and I run these. I did it again. I put the button on the inside. You know what? It'll be good for now. There we go. So as you see, they are literally side to side, back to back. And the reason for that is so I can have my graph on it right here. Then I can take my transducer arm with my plug-ins for my graph straight behind it. Drop my transducer arm on. Turn it the way it needs to go. Lock that in place, lock my graph in place. And then it's going to look something like so. Basically, as you see there, I need to adjust this little elbow to make it more level, but it has my transducer arm out to the side behind my graph, and so I can easily plug into my graph right behind it. So definitely, that's the way I've been running it for a couple years now, and running my graph and stuff, so definitely that's the way I like it. So I'll go ahead and adjust this arm where I don't forget about it. That's about straight. I love how universal these Railblazer products are. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. All right, next I got to try to find a track that I can mount up top, up here. Right. Actually, let me just spin it around. And my phone just fell off. So I got to find a track that fits right here, because that's where I'm going to put my another Starport HD, where I can put either my camera mount or anything like that to get that front view. So let me pull out my rigging box and kind of show you my rigging box too while I'm at it, guys. Pretty cool. All right, so here's my rigging box, guys. What's really cool is I rig a lot of boats. I've had a lot of different boats. I've rigged a lot of boats. I rig a lot of other people's boats. And so what I do is typically when I buy attachments or buy T-bolts or pad eyes, I always buy extra. The reason for that is whenever days like today I can't go to the store and get none or can't order none, I go to my rigging box and see what really I can make do with what I have. I keep a pretty good stock of just about everything for all my different projects. So I'm looking for a track. I mean, in this box I got extra T-bolts, I got extra mounts, I got Hobie through-hole wiring kits. I got extra Starport HDs. I have track mounts, which is what I'm looking for, which this is going to be a little bit longer than what I needed. Shrink tube, wire connectors, lights. I got a little bit of everything in this box. But what I'm looking for today is going to be a Railblazer Kayak Expanda Track. I've already did a video on this, but I'll show you a little bit about it real quick. see if that's going to work for me. What's really cool about this product here is it's a track system, but it's a expandable track. So, you know, it comes in an 8-foot or 8-inch section, but if I only need, say I only need a 3-inch section, I just take some of these sections out and basically create my own track. Really, really cool product. I had these all over my last boat. So basically, I only need about a 2.5, 3-inch section. So I'm only going to use one of the sections here, and we'll see if that's going to fit just right, which I think I can make this one work. So guys, right here, look at that. Fits almost perfect. And so what's really cool is in this box, it comes with other extenders, so you can make it really however you want to make it. And then what holds it all together is whenever you actually screw it into the boat. I may have to do a little bit of finagling with it, a little bit of positioning, but it should work just right for me there. So basically what I'm going to put there is going to probably be another Starport HD, so I can easily move, you know, either my Mobi phone device, which is in my truck now, or my Camera Boom 600. I can take it from there and I can put it on this mount and get that front view. So that's really going to come in handy. And then basically what I'm going to do with these other Starport HDs, I'm just kind of going to scatter them along the boat, which I'll put another one back here on my track. So if I want to switch sides, I can go to do that. Already have my Railblazer rod tubes right here. The reason I put that for is I usually carry 5 to 7 rods on the water, especially on tournament days. Sometimes on tournament day I'll carry 7 to 8, but this year I'm going to try to cut it down a little bit and just not have, I'm going a little bit less this year. So with my 3 rod holders in the back, I needed 2 more rod tubes or places where I could store rods. And I don't really like rod holders in front of me because I feel like when I'm casting, if I have a rod stage there, it just kind of gets in a mess. So basically what I can do is I attach my Railblazer rod tubes here to the Yak Attack Mighty mounts that were already on the boat. And I've just attached a Starport to them so I can easily have rod tubes here, so I can carry now a total, out of my working space, a total of 5 rods, which is what my goal is this year to carry with me. So that's kind of my plan for this year, and that's kind of how I have these set up, and they're angled back because I like to angle them back, especially in the river. We're not sticking straight up in the air to get hung up in trees or anything like that. So those are definitely going to come in handy. They have a nice little latching tube at the bottom, so really, really cool. Another thing on these as well is on this rod tube is you have your rod tube. You can close it for spinning rods, or you can open it for bait casting rods. It has the sections for the butt of the rod or the reel to go into. And then also, if you don't have pad eyes, which is already on the Crescent kayak, you can turn on and you can latch your leash for your rod straight to the rod tube itself. So those are really, really cool rod tubes. I really like them. Like I said, I don't like to have nothing kind of in front of me. I don't like stuff in my way. So, but for the most part, I'm going to start rigging up this, but I'm not really, like I said, I'm not really sure how I'm going to do it. I'm just going to scatter these Starport HDs throughout my whole boat, and then should be in good shape. So let's pop the seat in, and let's take a little look at some stuff. So on the back of my seat, I have my Yak Gear Yak Pack, or Yak Sak. So now I got to figure out where I'm going to put my catch board. I usually always ran it up under the seat, and I think I can do that in this boat as well, which I should be able to. Well, maybe. No, I don't think it's going to work. So I am going to have to figure out somewhere to put this. You know what? I can put it right through the straps of the seat. Boom! Just like that, baby. Yeah! Keep it out of my way, easy access, and I have a pad eye to connect it to right back here. Boom! Actually, you know what? I'm going to connect that to my seat so I can better easy access that. Sweet, guys. So if that does fall in the water, it will sink to the bottom, but I got that leash attached to it, so it should be able to good to go. So for today, I think that's all I'm going to do. I have a lot of cool ideas planned for this, but this is going to be my dry run, guys. So I got my Camera Boom 600 up, got my rod tubes, got my Yak Gear Yak Pack, or Yak Gadget low profile crate. Have my Yak Gear Yak Sak behind my seat. I got my catch board on the back of my seat. I got my Railblazer rod tubes. my seat risers in. My kids are loud today. Loud. Got my fish finder mount all set up, ready to rock and roll, like so. I just got to figure out my anchor wizard. I got my paddle holder over here with another Starport, and then I'm going to mount my track system right here on the top, guys. So far it's coming along. I'm not going to do too much more to it. I just got to figure out my anchor wizard setup, and then I have something special planned for this section up here. But you know what? We'll wait a little bit before we get to there, guys. But guys, thank y'all so much for watching. If y'all have any questions regarding any of the mounts I've used or anything, or how I've rigged my boat up today, please drop a comment in the comment section below, or go over to Bulls Deep Fishing on Facebook or Bulls Deep Fishing on Instagram. Hit me up over there, write me a message there, and I'll be more than happy to answer any of y'all's questions there. All these products, I will drop websites in the description box below where you can find these products there. And then where you can find anything for the boat, for the rigging, or anything like that, I'll drop some websites in the bottom or in the description box below so you can easily find those guys. Like I said, ask me any questions you want me to ask me, and let me know what you want to see. If you want me to go more in detail, which I will go in more detail when I rig up my fish finder, I got to figure out where to put all this extra cord at. And anything else you want me to go do a video more in depth about, please let me know by sending me a message on Facebook or Instagram, because that's easier for me to get to and faster to get to, guys. But thank y'all so much for watching, and stay tuned. I got some big things coming for this season, guys. I'm really, really looking forward to it, guys. But guys, stay classy, stay tuned. Let's get it. Deuces.